There we go. Absolutely so accurate. That's ridiculous. That is lump time. Hey, look at that. That's a turn up for the boats. It's a nice big tench. He's on the surface. He's just bombarding me up with that squirrel. I called him that duck Frank, because they go Frank, 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 Frank. So his name's Frank. Frank might be coming to dinner. I wonder if he likes potato. It's a nice fish, isn't it? That is a beaut. Wowie. Yes. What a beaut. I'm holding the camera. Fish on. Oh, what am I going to do? It's a big fish. This could be a big one. Will it die off now, or will I keep ticking along? Well, this is something of a hunch. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm on Berry Hills main lake, the old lake you can call it. Not a lot of anglers here. Heron's here, he's ready for fishing, it's quite early for him. And I'm going to give it a go. I want to go boat fishing tomorrow. They've got a boat here. They've got 2 boats, I think they let you take out. But normally when I fished here, maybe I've had 2 carp ever in the daytime. I know they do get them in the daytime, but I don't know how to catch them. So I'm going to do a night trip, and then I'm going to get up in the morning. When I say get up, that depends whether I've had any sleep or not, and I'm going to go in the boat. So that'll be a totally separate film, if indeed I catch anything at all. But you can see by the lake behind me, it's in pretty good condition. I've set up just here. Don't think I've carp fished here before, but I've seen other guys carp fish here. One guy carp fishing off the point of the island, which is sort of standard. I'm going to aim for that big oak tree, and I'll probably put 2 down the left here, because you can't fish past this willow tree. A few anglers on the other side, but I don't know, it's a weird one. I'm going to be, let me come in the bivvy, it's a bit windy, it'll be less wind on the mic there. It's just a different hunch I've got. Now, you know I always put loads of ground bait in to start with, bring the small fish in, and I allege that actually attracts the carp in. Well, I'm wondering now, am I sort of doing that too early? Should I be leaving that, let's say at this time of year, it's dark at 8:30, something like that. And I'm late anyway, because I've been working this morning. I'll wait for this. Painting my garage floor, right, with floor paint with a 3-inch brush. It's a double garage. Yes, my wrist raking. Got my company for the night. I've actually gone all carpy, and I've set up the bivvy first. I've not even got a rod out yet. So what I'm thinking of doing, just fishing, I've sort of wafted up with a bit of pop-up over the top. I'll show you in a second. I'll have to put the head cam on to show you. Because I figure if I pile a load of bait out there to start with, a lot of the bream, and there's big shoals of bream in there, are going to eat it all up. Now I know I've said, I'm sort of being hypocritical in as much as I've always said that small fish come in, start nibbling. Well, I'm thinking, they are, you know, am I doing it too early? Knowing that the bite comes on at dusk, all the carp, one assumes, are up under the edge of those rhododendrons around the islands, around the rushes, wherever they are, down that jungle area. Are they going to be coming out, I'm going to say this time of year, 5 o'clock, 5, 6 o'clock. So I'd like to get one fish sort of before midnight. If I got one before dark, brilliant, because that'd be sort of prove the point a bit. So I'm going to be fishing my rods with one little bag. I'll show you one of these little bags. Already made them up. They're PVA dissolvable bags. There's only 5 in there. I'm not going to throw anything out yet. I've got plenty of boilies to throw out. I'm not going to put them out yet. I'll put them out later, maybe 6 o'clock, I reckon, something like that. I'm just going to fish a solitary bag out there in the hope that one carp stumbles across it. But what I've done is I sort of mixed a wafter and a floater together. It's in my strange way of thinking. I'll show you what I mean. Right, when it gets dark, I'm going to be using one of these Pacific tuners, but the 18mm size, which is larger. So hopefully I don't get pestered by the bream, but it's extra hard, very hard. There. Now those ones are my absolute favourites. But they also do, I picked these up down at Top of Manor recently, called airball wafters. I threw one in to make sure it does waft and it does indeed float. So I'm going to be using one of these purely because I like that Pacific tuna, and then one of these, which is high visual because it's still daylight, isn't it? So they can see. There's no point using a white bait at night, they're not going to see it, I don't feel anyway. This one's called Milky Toffee Pop-Up. Dave, the owner of the fishery, said, try these Milky Toffees, Graeme. And God, you could eat them. These are years old, by the way. So, two different makes. I want to cobble them together by simply cutting the Milky Toffee in half, floater in half, but then, sort of snowman type rig, I just shave a little bit off of the other 15mm. So when I put it together, there's two theories here Graham's got. When I put it together, they're not going to slip and go at a funny angle like this, you know what I mean? They could roll and rotate. So it's flat to flat. I put my baiting needle through and bait them up, put the hair stop on and everything, and it should sit just like this with that little bag dissolved about there, just underneath it. It's just a theory. Now these are designed with a hard skin to stop small fish nibbling it away. But I feel by cutting them open, you're letting more of that smell come out. That's just theory, so that's why I'm trying. And so this has been my daylight fishing session, if you like. And I'm going to just hook it up. I'll show you. There's one that's, there's a saying, oh, what am I fighting with myself now? It's ridiculous. There's the rig. Lead pulls out, pulls free, and there is the hook. And as you can see, it should sit just like that. That's the theory. Underneath my base, just like that. If I hold it like that, you should be able to see it. There. That's how it should be sitting. That's the theory anyway, a bit of smell. God, these hooks are sharp. I think these are those, this is a Palatrax one, which is, sometimes I think they're a bit long, I don't know, but listen, you can try all different makes. It's just a hair, you can make your own up, can't you? I can't be bothered, to be honest. You go in the shop, even down the shop here at Berry Fisheries, you can buy them. So I'm going to get my rod set up. Probably going to fish one over that side because the other guy's fishing out by the island. I don't know if he's here all night or not. And two towards that point, because that way I can see the point when it's dark, and I can see the corner, that notch of that oak tree down there, and just whale it out there and basically see what happens. Someone's feeding the seagulls over there, so I'm assuming the osprey we filmed here before has gone or moved on, because he was chasing those seagulls off before. He knows I'm going to bait up soon. That's good. Beeping machine. Oh, it's quite loud. And then I'm just going to retighten up here on the bait runner. Going to fish that nice and tight. And then I get the other two out. It's always tempting to put one just round the front of that willow there, to be honest. I've got a feeling I lost one there. I was fishing up there and cast all the way along, and I've got a feeling I might have lost one. I might have to fish 3 different swims. So we put these out till it gets about 8 o'clock, I think. Do you know, I think I will fish one just down there. You never know. I'm going to go for the point of the island there or thereabouts, just a bonus. Well short, but that'll do. Well, the trap is set now, so I've got one up about where that bird is now in line with that willow. one towards the point there and one here, so just covering all eventualities. What I will do now is to mix some ground bait up, ready for a bit of a bombardment later and something to eat. This feels a bit bizarre turning up as late as this. Well, no bites, no takes, very, very dead. Quite brown, the water, brown tinge to it. I've seen one fish just waking across the top, but it might have been, could have been a carp, it could have been a bream that's not been very well, you know. I sort of struck about the colour and the fact there's not a lot of anglers at the moment fishing. I think it's time for a bit of a bombardment. And I've made up the 5:30 special because I've got 3 different swims. And into that ground bait, I'm letting it air dry a little bit. I've put in some of these, which I'm going to be trying float fishing tomorrow. Pacific tuna pellets, 6mm. Never used them before, never used them. I like the smell of them, so they're going to go in. Put a few old regular trout pellets in there. And that's about it. I've got some of these cell, activated carp cell. I don't know what to say. I was either very lucky or they're very, very good. I've got to give them a second go tomorrow, and I've got to try another lake and give them a go before I make a full decision on them. But it seems like they might be even better than trout pellets. Okay, the bombardment has to begin. I'm not sure how far I'm going to reach. Probably, even though I've made it a bit smaller, I won't go as far as I think I'm going to get. Well, halfway, I'd say. Seagulls can't make these out. That's a little bit short. That's better. They're squawking away because there's not much they can eat there. I'm tempted to go close to it, but I don't want to go up it, if it makes sense. And then I'll probably do a topping off session about 9 o'clock. That'll be it. They take it or leave it. Going to top off with some loose feed. These are called diamond whites. They are, what size are they? Probably 18. No, they're 20s, even bigger. They smell lovely. Probably I could eat those. These are real clonkers, so I'm going to fire some of these out in each swim, although I won't be using them on the hook bait. I have caught on these here before, a few years back, and then they sort of seem to go off a bit. Just whiz some of these out there. Using the old, now the seagulls might have these. He's got one. So we're just going to split between swims doing this. So the time they get out there, the seagulls, they've gone. So get some of those. Well, I've taken the sunglasses off because I thought that might be bad luck, but part A of the grand plan has actually gone well, and that was painting the garage floor because the fishing is very, very quiet. I haven't seen anything move at all. The wind's gone a little bit around, sort of courted a little bit more to the north, I think. Normally they've got like matches along there, and you can look across from here and see what guys are catching with the pole and that. I've managed to beat some of the seagulls by catapulting out different areas. So I've now got boilies out there, ground baits, pellets. I've filled it in. I've got enough to give it a little fill in about 8:30, and that's it. I've just got to sit and wait. Just got to sit and wait. Slightly concerned it might be in the boat up in the jungle, might be a bit breezy tomorrow, but hey ho, it is what it is. It's cool. The air is cool, definitely. Can't say it's an unpleasant setting, can you? Look at it, lovely. A lot of time you'll get beeps on the boilies, and you even get line bites where carp have moved in between the tight line there, and you get a single beep. I'm not even getting that. Hopefully one will make a mistake and trip up in the next few hours. Well, you people know I get bored pretty quickly, but I spent the last half an hour training this duck to take pop-ups in mid-air, and I've learned to speak duck. We missed that one and bit half of his beak off on the deck, but still, here we go. Look at this for training, look at this. He missed that one. Get it quick, pal. He's got binocular vision. One miss and one catch. I feel that's worth another pop-up. I'm using white ones, I figure you can see them better, but plus also I don't use a lot of floaters. I won't be giving him my Pacific tuna hard baits, that's for certain. Where's he gone? I think the others are bullying him out a bit. Those three are villains. It's bad talking to the ducks now. That is the thing. I don't mind carp fishing, but I don't do a huge number of overnighters. And I like to see some activity. I get really, because I do all the other all-round fishing, generally doesn't involve sitting around like this waiting. The bonus of it is the fish hooks itself. It's like idiot-proof, isn't it? It's just away it goes, roaring away. Or tweaking away, but it goes, it's hooked itself. It's easy peasy. But it's still the bit in between, like I want to be roach fishing down there really now when I'm waiting because I'm bored. Terrible. One of these goes off, I'll be okay. See how that wind's come around this way? Hopefully it's not going to go in my face. Also up here, up there's a squirrel shelling green acorns and dropping them on top of my bivvy, and the weigh mat, the nappy changing mat over there where you change the nappies. And I wonder if he's eating them because he's spitting them out. He's doing it to annoy me. A boilie? Would he like to eat a boilie at high velocity? It's getting a bit chilly now. I'm going to put on the, I've got rid of the glasses because they might be bad luck. And it could be good luck getting the old TA hoodie on. What do you think? Maybe that's why I'm not getting a take, because I haven't got the hoodie on. Any of you guys, are you superstitious? I am, I'm terrible. Change this, change that just in case. And then, if you do catch in whatever mode or bit of clothing you're in, you've got to do the same thing again. Got to keep it on. We'll find out in the next half hour. Well, I've wound in, got the last of my stuff from the car, and I've changed over, so plan A didn't work at all, but then I've only seen 1 2-pound bream or caught over there, and that's been it. I haven't seen a carp caught yet. So I'm going over to the 18mm hard boilie and a bigger bag of 15mm feeders that go with it, but I'm going to dip it in some of this stuff, purely because I've never done it before. It's called, oh, it stinks, Pacific Tuna Liquid Additive, and I think it's okay with a PVA bag, so I'm going to cast this out, dip it in here, dip the whole lot in it, whack it out quick, and then when I see that dispersal of the ring where this went, I'm going to fire in about 5-6 ground bait balls around it, or as close as I can. That's going to be it. Because normally you couldn't do this, it would be dissolving because it is PVA, but it's friendly stuff, I think. And this one's going to go straight towards that willow where I put the other bait. Not too far, sink it. There we go. Just check. Bait was on. Check. We're done. Put the toys away and get some food on, I think, guys. My man's still there. Well, the light's going. I've got something a bit different on the go here. No spaghetti bolognese, no ravioli. Good, wholesome steak sticking to the pan. That's too hot, I know. This one's called supermarket brand, obviously in a tin. Stewed steak in gravy. But there's even more carbs going in there. That's good protein with the meat. Gravy for the taste buds. And the wife's done me some boiled potatoes here, just cut. So I can cut and put them in and heat them up. Because I can eat these cold like you would a salad anyway. I'm going to bung them in there and have a real old mash up. Just hope I don't get a run because it's getting dark. The thing is, this time of year, the old nights start coming in a bit early. You get sort of 8:30ish. It's getting dark, so I've got to crack on. I'm sure the potatoes are going to take a while to heat. That is a real belly buster. If I eat that lot and get through the night with that exploding gaseous, noxious fumes into the sleeping bag, I think I'll be lucky. I call him that duck Frank, because they go Frank. So his name's Frank. Frank might be coming to dinner. I wonder if he likes potato. A good bit of grub. It went down well. A real tummy tucker, that one. It's looking very nice, but it is dead. I don't know, it's bizarre. The weather has been most peculiar. We got a 5-day, I think it's 4, 5, maybe a 6-day straight run of northwesterly airflow across the Atlantic on some weird jet stream angle, feeding in cloud upon cloud upon cloud. Now, I'm not going to sound disappointed, to be honest, because last night when I was outside the garage, I noticed that half moon was up. Well, generally I don't do great on moons. I don't do great on the brightest side of the moon. I would soon have it cloudy like this. The other thing I don't want is those geese. They just landed over there. There's one coming in, look. Boom. They are a pain, especially if different ones come in and start arguing at 2 and 3 and 4 in the morning. So if the fishing is going to be quiet, I'd just as soon get a few hours sleep if I'm out on the boat tomorrow. So quiet, so still, there's not a breath. I haven't even got up here Mr. Squirrel bombing me with pieces of chewed up and spat out pieces of acorn. I think the gentleman's still staying over there. Maybe they fish till dusk and go home on a regular ticket, or maybe he's an all-night member. to just have one fish out of it would be nice. I nearly always say I'd like to get one before midnight, one through the night, one at dawn. Not greedy. Well, I suppose we are, really. He's just bombarding me up with that squirrel. I've got to bombard him with one of these. He's just chewing them apart. Green acorns. Oh, if I get disease off that. I just switched cameras and this is a low light camera. I'm looking at the monitor, it's broad daylight. Trust me, it's dusk, it's nearly dark. It's weird, that camera's really good. I can get away without using a floodlight for a long time with that. Downside is the mic is directional. Just straight on there, it's directional, so it's pretty rubbish. And then I put my floodlight on the top of that when it's dark. Oh well, looks like it's going to be a quiet one. Don't see anything moving at all. Peculiar. I see Frank's off there, he's just off to the island. I noticed quite a few of the other ducks heading in that direction. I suppose with foxes, stuff like that around. I suppose with foxes and stuff around, that's the best place to be, over on the island. That camera's weird, it's nearly dark, guys. Actually, given this is a low light camera, or low lux, I'm seeing bats going around, so that tells you it is nearly dark. I wonder if this camera would pick a bat up if it was flying, because they're going around like missiles at the moment. And the other thing, I see there's one there, just went right fast. The other thing I wonder is, there's less insects about, definitely in my garden for sure. Have we got Tina Turner in the next lake with a band? It must be somebody's got a record going or something like that. I'm going to hold it up there, guys, because I'll try and follow it. There's one. I don't know if you're going to see that. They are so fast, you might just see them flit through. You might just... There goes one. I have no idea what type of bat they are. Sky looks fairly ominous. But what I was going to say is, if there's less insects, less bees around, are there less insects for the bats to eat, you know? Normally a sign that I'm going to get a carp and seeing the bats come out. No, don't start up, please don't start up. Should have got that one. We're on, guys. We're on. I'm holding the camera. Fish on. Oh, what am I going to do? It's a big fish. This could be a big one. I'm trying to clip him on here. Hold, bear with me. One-handed. I'm filming. Wait for this. Bats. One fish would be nice. 1930s music going in the background. I don't know if you can get any of this, guys, on here. I'm trying to get the floodlight, guys. Never good. Never good. I don't know what we've got now. Something. That's better. I'm going to tune it down a bit. They don't realise what it's like trying to fish and film at the same time. And at night. Got him in front of me, it's a good fish. I don't know what we're getting with the cameras, you just have to live with it till I see what I get this fish. Can't afford to lose it. Try and get you a bit closer if I can. He's got to get the line. He's going to get the other line. We're in. Okay, I'm going to put the camera over there now. I'm organised, sort of. Good big double, I will say. See if I can get this up. I'm going to put that camera up a tad for you. So I just want to get him to there. 13, 14 pounds. Might go 15, I don't know. It's a nice fish, isn't it? That is a beaut. Wowee. That was some long time coming. Look at that fish. Oh, great big head and shoulders on it. Typical estate type carp. Well, hopefully, as you saw, I was filming the bats, and I'm hoping they came out. And then just boom, single toner, beep, 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 beep. Nice solid take, nice big chunky fish. Well, I'm hopeful now. That's the one before midnight out of the way. It's about 20 past, 9:30, might be up. Oh, say one in the middle. Now normally, right, I would fish. You can see that's, well, you can't see it. You might be able to see it now. Oh, in the way. You can see the little blue line. That's the right hand rod. That's the same one I caught on before. So it's over towards the point of the island. This one's over to the oak tree. Left hand one, which I thought I would get a fish on, or take. I'm still confident, to be honest. Under that willow, or by the side of that willow. But normally I'd fish a pair of rods in the same swim, you know, bang bang like this, 6 feet apart, and then the third rod I'd put way round the corner out the way somewhere. So this time I've gone 1, 2, 3. Now if I get a second take on that, I'm going to call it the middle rod, I think I will put my standard 2 rods out there and leave my single bonus just over here. I mean, you can do that. I've got a 3 rod license, so I'm okay, I can fish at 3 rods, and loads of guys do, and I'm sure they do like me. They'll put 2 in and then, you know, throw 1 out as a bonus rod to the side. But if you only had 2 rods, let's say you've got a 2 rod license, which one was that? Having said that, it was a left hand one. If you had a 2 rod license, you could do 1 over here, 1 over there. Then if you had nothing on this one and 2 on this left hand run, or vice versa, I would definitely be moving over to that swim. But I won't move just for 1 fish. You know, it needs to be a couple of fish or a few beeps and runs in action. Well, that's more hopeful, isn't it? Well, I've had a couple of other 1 beep, 2 beep type of things, you know, and I have a feeling it's where fish swims under the line. It does 1 beep and it slips off the back of their dorsal fin or tail fin. That's another beep. So anyhow, there you go. It's that right hand one again. Because it could be a fish just bumping into the line, but I sort of don't mind that. It can be a bit annoying, but I don't mind it because at the end of the day it tells me that at least there's fish moving in the area. Wife was going to put this in the charity shop. Don't know if you've ever seen one of these. Has a little hook on the back there for hanging anywhere, and a button, and there you go. That's my light. That's it light there, as you can see. So it's quite handy for if you wanted to hang it up somewhere, which is what I imagine it's for. And it does sort of spin around. You can omnidirectional, is that what it is? But listen, I switch my camera light off here, and I switch this off. Just as you guys, I've got a camera floodlight, but I mean I've also got that, as you can see, which you could, if your push comes to shove and you're pretty strapped, is you could get one of these little things. They're obviously LEDs. To me that lights up pretty well. And something else, I mean I'm not a great one for having loads of lights on, to be honest, you know. Apart from a £1 million candle power floodlight, obviously. But generally, it doesn't really get totally pitch black at night, does it? It's only when you wake up. And these head torches, £10 I think, probably don't include the batteries, but it does the job for me. It's got 3 tones on it, you know, low, medium, high. The low one runs for a long time, or you can get these LED things. This one I keep in the car now. She's going to put it in the charity shop. That's terrible. Come on, I need another fish because I'm going to have to lay down in a minute. Man stumbles out of bed, grabs rod, fish is on the end. Still got a long way out, but I don't know how big it is yet. Let's tune that light down. Blackpool illuminations out there. That was a drop back bite. I was just dropping off to sleep then, and I had 2 beeps. Then I thought, is that a drop back? Then I heard another beep, and then a bit more of a tone, so I figured it was a drop back. It's on the surface. I'll get the net ready, just in case. You never know how big they might be here. don't go screaming off here, I must admit this. The difference of catching them at distance. I'm more used to margin fishing. You hit them and they go off like an express train. Feels a heavy fish. Not done yet. I think he's in, guys. Right, get myself organised. Here's some nice common. Wow, guys, this is a big fish. This is a chunk. That's a whale, that one. That's a big fat fish. What a big one. That's not a million miles away from a very big double. This one's going to be real close to that magic figure. It's a good fish, it's a really good fish, but it's a sickener. No, 19 pounds. 19 pounds even, wow. Good job I'm honest in there. I just got him off the mat. There we go. 19 pounds even, guys. That is lump time. Hey, look at that. What a cracker. Get him straight back, guys. There he is. What a beaut. That is a real Berry Hill Fisheries lump. He's gone. What a result. Sweet is the word. Well pleased with that one, people, and the time it is. Message from Mike, who is up in Scotland, and it is 11:23, 20 past 11. So I want to get one before 12 o'clock, and I've had two, and one's a 19. So will it die off now, or will I keep ticking along? I wanted three right through the night. If you remember, I started one before 12, one sort of after 12 through the night, and one at dawn. Now I'm greedy now, I want more. This phone's going to have to go off. I'll try and lay down and get a bit of sleep. Got a bit of a headache. If you didn't lift the gas on here. Screamer on the right this time. Might be a bream. Might be a bream. It'll be very easy. Oh, people, that's a turn up for the books. It's a nice big tench. Well, who'd have thought it? It's a big tench. Real big tench on a carp rod. Don't worry, it came in quickly. Oh, look at that one. Good condition. Well pleased. What a session. It's not even midnight yet. I've lost one, people, and I've got now another one. I'm going to say it's about 12 to 14s. Just a quick lift, people. It's a bit frisky, these old commons, about 15 pounds. 14s I'm going to give it, 14 to 15. Wow. It's going to be a no sleep night. God knows what time it is, but I'm on again. Oh, just about in Z land then. Wow, that's another good common there. It's another double figure fish, guys. Looking around the 14s, 15s or bigger. I'll even weigh this one. Yeah, it's just under 15. It's about 14, 12, 14, 14. Big old fish in there. Here we go. Let's get him back. church bells are ringing at 4 in the morning, and I've got a mirror here. Feisty one. See if I can get a quick left. There we go. That's a good one. I'm guessing he's about the 14s, 15s again, something like that. So, going mad tonight. Just getting light. No sleep at all. Well, I'm not altogether sure that the braised steak and in gravy was a wise decision last night. Ordinarily my body would be converting that into protein and boosting my immune system. Unfortunately, it did appear to convert it into gas. And in a sleeping bag and a bivvy, confined spaces aren't good, are they? Wow. It's 10 to 9 in the morning. I've had 5:30, 6:30, 7, about 2.25 hours broken sleep. I'm a broken man. I'm totally broken by all these carp in Berry Hill fisheries. Really pleased with that 19. Would have been even more pleased and made up if it was 20, but listen, it is what it is. I could call it 20, and the only person I'm fooling is myself. It is an idyllic setting here, but dead as a doornail now. So I feel the time to pack up. We're going to have a cuppa, a brew. I should have some good footage on the old camera. So I'm back on the daytime camera now, the little handheld one. The old girl's on the boil there. So at least I can have a brew, and then I'll be packing up slowly. So listen, thanks for watching the Totally Awesome Fishing Show. We'll see you on another one. Maybe it'll be an overnighter, maybe it'll be at sea, on the beach, who knows where. I had a great session. Tired, but worth it. We'll see you in the next one. Hit the subscribe button. TA Fishing, TA Outdoors. Anything else to say? Good night. Oh, got to put a tea bag in. My whole life is that. I forget to put the tea bag in. That's my life. I'm going to try the old diamond whites for Frank. He's come back for his morning training session. Let's see how he's going, whether he's actually rearing out the wall. Here, Frank. Frank. Here he is. There's Frank. Wait a minute, Frank. You wait there, mate. Here he goes, ready. Oh, look at that. Straight down the hatch. Straight down the hatch. Here he goes. Oh, 2 out of 2. This boy's an Olympic quality duck, this is. He's choking on that 18 mil. He can't get that one down his neck. Oh, he has. Diamond whites. 2 out of 2. Okay, Frank. This is for the British Championship of catching bait off an angler who's bored. Oh, it's off his head. It's off his head. He's headed it. He's put it in the corner. Let's try cricket, Frank. Wait. If he's coming, he's bowling. He's coming in from the Lansdowne end. Bowls it fastest and off break. Oh, Frank's messed it completely. It's duck before. Oh, he could be out for duck. If it was cricket, he'd be out for a duck. Oh, love it.